Hello everyone, welcome back to Fight Tonight channel. Former world champion predicts Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson after sparring both. Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson clash is an all-American, all-undefeated lightweight unification that fans wants to see. With the differing styles and skill sets, the two champions find themselves in the same division and finally able to answer the question of, is Stevenson's early defense and movement enough to avoid the stalking and powerful Davis for 12 rounds? In an interview, former WBO Super Bantamweight world champion Angelo Leo picked Gervonta Davis to win based off of his work in sparring with both fighters. Personally, I like Gervonta a little bit more. He is a very smart fighter, very smart, very cunning. He is fast on the counter punches, and I just think he is got a lot of skill. People just think that he is a power puncher, a heavy puncher, but he is also very technical and he knows how to pick his shots when he picks his shots. The good news for fans is that all of these predictions may soon be put to the test. Davis is now free of an opponent following a collapse of negotiations with IBF champ. Tank Soul trainer Kenny Ellis said the only thing that can stand in the way is fear and pointed to Shakur Stevenson's recent promotional free agency as another obstacle avoided. As for Leo, after losing his belt to Stephen Fulton, he mounted a featherweight campaign and returns to the ring next month. Gervonta Davis camp ready to send the contract to Shakur Stevenson. Gervonta Davis trainer Calvin Ford says they will send a contract to Shakur Stevenson for a fight. If WBC lightweight champion Stevenson agrees, they will fight next. The Big Four and Shakur's worth. Ford wants that fight for WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis because he views the New Jersey native Shakur as one of the Big Four that he wants for his fighter. Some believe that Shakur will price himself out like he did against Devin Haney and wind up losing the Tank Davis fight because he doesn't recognize that he is not a star. He is just a belt holder. With fans who enjoy his retro Mayweather-esque outdated fighting style, which does not fit in this era of boxing. The sport is a challenge due to the heavy competition from MMA, and now it's about entertaining the fans. And the old style of hit and not get hit does not work with the fans or the networks. We're going to send you a contract with the money. If they take it, they take it. We just seen what happened just now when his opponent did not take the fight, said coach Calvin Ford about Team Gervonta Davis planning to send a contract to Shakur Stevenson for a fight in November. Shakur is one of the last of the Big Four. To tell you the truth, Shakur's overestimation. It's unlikely that Shakur will accept the deal from Gervonta Davis because he believes that his WBC title and the world titles he captured at 126 and 130 count for parity. They don't, and those are meaningless when negotiating with a pay-per-view attraction like Gervonta Davis. Shakur will likely reject the deal and be where he is now, left to fight the obscure fighters like he has been doing. If Stevenson, 27, signs with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing, he will be stuck fighting 140-pounders, and he won't last long against them. People are divided down the middle, they don't know who is going to win fight. Boxing rarely does this. Will these guys give us this fight? Said Paul Malignaggi about the Tank Davis vs Shakur Stevenson clash. Hardcore boxing fans believe Gervonta Davis will easily beat Shakur. What Malignaggi is talking about is unclear because people on social media believe Shakur stands no chance against Gervonta Davis. All you need to do is look at the close call Shakur had against Edwin de los Santos last November. to know that he would lose badly to Gervonta. You can see that Shakur is talking about wanting the fight. He has been wanting this fight. Shakur is the only one that has been calling all these guys out, and the fight never happens. He is a free agent. He can do it, Maniaci said. The truth is this. It's not Shakur who wanted the fight against Gervonta. Coming off the last fight against Artyom, he actually needs it more than Gervonta, said Teddy Atlas. Shakur definitely needs the Gervonta Davis fight after turning in his second poor performance against Artyom on July 6, following his dreadful effort against De Los Santos last November. If Shakur doesn't get the tank fight now, his value will continue to big up. Shakur needs all the big names because it comes down to what he can do against all of these guys, said boxing expert Chris Algery. He is so otherworldly good. He makes the fight look so easy. So when you put a guy in that's not that well known, he doesn't get the recognition for it. Shakur's discipline appeal. Shakur isn't otherworldly good. He is boring to watch, and he is failing to gain a following with the boxing public, who hates his non-engaging, play-it-safe style of fighting, which is frustrating to watch. It was embarrassing how lightweight prospect upstated Shakur on his undercard, turning in another sparking performance and getting the most fan applause in Stevenson's home city in Newark, New Jersey. I'm going to bring up the Oscar Wilde's fight against Shakur in 2022, said Algery. People thought it was going to be a fight. It wasn't. Algery faced to mention that Oscar Wilde was coming off a controversial 12-round decision win over Robson Contequio in September 2021 when he fought Shakur in April 2022. Many boxing fans believed Wilde shouldn't have lost the fight against Contequio. What Shakur Stevenson did against Wilde isn't that impressive when you look at what Contequio had done to him in his previous fights. Over the past 2 years, boxing fans have been getting exactly what they want. Some of the biggest fights in the sport have taken place thanks to the Saudi Arabia and Turkey al-Sheikh. So the next obvious fight to be ticked off the list is Shakur Stevenson vs Gervonta Davis, and according to sources, it has a strong chance of being booked before the end of this year. Stevenson secured a win over Artyom in his latest outing. However, that was not his best display, and did not win him a lot of fans either. Therefore, the 27-year-old wants to take on a big challenge and prove himself as one of the elites in the sport. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis' trainer Kenny Elvis commented on a potential fight against Stevenson, saying that the latter was no longer with Bob Arum, and they will have to see what happens, as the only thing stopping the fight would be fear. He said, Shakur said he would like that fight in November with Gervonta, so let's see how bad he wants it. He is not with Bob Arum anymore, so let's see. The only thing that can stop that fight is fear. Huge chance the fight happens, we will see, the coach said. A few days ago, Josh Dubin, Stevenson's sole manager, also had a similar stance on the potential fight. He stated that Stevenson and the team were ready to accept anyone and everyone put in front of him. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.